Hello, welcome to Sketch Monkey. This is Color Circuit's first day back in 2 or 3 weeks. Whenever we did ConjureCon, you guys remember when that was? December 16th, 17th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so about 2 weeks. We're really excited because this is the first day of the rest of our lives. Woo! I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's actually, happy 2018. It's actually the first day of our revamped schedule, which is live streaming 7 days a week.
Nice.
At 7 p.m. every day. Saturday we have another one at 6 o'clock, and Sunday we have a 3 and a 6, some of which you guys are on. So I'm excited for that.
We'll talk about that, yeah.
This is our first episode of Sketch Monkey, though. We've never done this, so we are working through kinks, and I think that's fine. I don't expect inaugural episodes to ever be perfect and beautiful like you, Kevin. And speaking
this
of...
This is the Phil of podcasts, not the Kevin of podcasts.
Yeah. Sorry. You're okay. He's beautiful. Speaking of... let's just do like intros and talk about a little bit about like what the show might be about, is going to be about, what we expect of it. I'm not sure.
Or what about like our writing of sketch, our sketch background?
Our sketch background,
like
yeah, we could do that too, of which I have very little.
Okay, or maybe
not. Anyways, I am Dylan. I run Color Circuit here, and my sketch background is that I wrote one or two, one of which was with Wesley. I'm pretty proud of that one. Yes. We just never filmed it.
Not yet.
Not yet, at least. Let's go this way, and then we'll end with you, Kev.
Okay.
Weird.
Weird.
In 1931, Herman DeVry founded
Okay.
You have a lovely voice, sir.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah,
Hold on,
I
hit
brought
play.
my own intro. My name is Justin. My sketch background is we always filmed little stuff like that in high school, and I've done some with this guy.
Nice.
I'm Austin. We work together on the channel Fact Check.
Yeah.
And yeah, sketch background. I did a little in college with like creative writing classes. We would do sketches, and then just YouTube stuff.
Okay. And is Amazeballs the same? I'm a little confused between the two entities.
So
Amazeballs is one of my shows.
Oh, okay.
Seen is the other.
Okay, got it.
And one is Fact Check, correct? Or
That's just the
the
channel.
channel.
That's the
Okay.
channel we
I just
have.
I'm trying to check out more things. So.
Wesley.
I guess sketch. Yeah, a lot of stuff like little dumb films in high school, and then I got into Comedy Question Mark, which was it's like a sketch improv duo show throughout college. What else? I think, and then just
that was about it, I think.
yeah, that's about it.
You have one of my favorite local sketches. What's it called?
What is that?
Tablehead?
Table Hat. Yeah.
Table Hat. It's
That
really
was the
funny.
Comedy
Check it
Question
out.
Mark.
Phil?
My name is Phil, and I've written sketches. I used to shoot little short things when I was young, when I was small, in high school. Then I got into Comedy Question Mark as well, and used to write sketches because we would come up with a new sketch at least once a week, or try or recycle old ones. And then I've written for another group, and I've just written a lot. So
Cool. And last and least?
Shut up.
Yeah, I don't want to.
My name is Kevin, and I'm pretty new to sketch. Most of my comedy background is in improv. I did just finish a sketch show with the show on New Year's Eve.
You guys did sketch?
We did sketch.
That's so cool.
He was really good. Yeah,
Damn
yeah.
it.
Really good.
That's awesome.
It was a lot of fun. And I took a sketch workshop with Kevin McDonald of Kids in the Hall a few months back, which was really, yeah, you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited to do more sketch because it's kind of a new art form for me.
Sweet. Yeah, so it seems like we have varying levels of what sketch, sketch background, but we all love comedy. I know that. And we all have some kind of comedy background in some way, shape, or form.
True.
So how do we envision this show to go? I figure we could talk through that a little bit. I have a little bit of a vision in mind, and I can kind of give you that vague idea. Sharing time?
You know what?
Is it sharing time?
All right,
time.
we
I'll
call
share.
on Dylan now.
Yes, my name is Dylan.
Hi, Dylan.
Hello. My idea for the show, or what I'm expecting of it, is that visually what people are seeing right now is us on screen talking, and then they can see every little thing I type here on my laptop, and they will be able to collaborate with us as we write a sketch. We can maybe even field ideas from them, fill in some gaps whenever we write things. So that
Mhm.
that would be the participation on that front. As this show gets wildly popular, which I expect, of course.
Mhm. Yes, once we hit 10,000.
10,000,
views,
yeah.
We'll be good.
Over 9,000, really.
Mhm.
And so I think there's kind of a handful of ways that we can approach this. One of which is somebody comes in with an idea for maybe a character. I always think of Phil when I think of that, because you've been trying to get a certain character going for like years. Is that right?
Probably.
Old
Oh,
man,
Old Manny?
Old
Yeah.
Manny. Yes. And he's a really
crazy
cool
sounds like
character.
it.
And I would like to see something come to fruition with that.
Sure.
Another one would be just somebody has a vague idea of what they think a sketch might look like, that they want to get the ball rolling.
Picturing a chair.
A chair. It's a funny chair. It's a funny chair, guys.
Like I'm telling you, it's gonna kill.
You have to see it.
You have to believe it. Like you actually said one to me, and I don't know if I won't verbally say it, but it was something.
Is it a robot one?
Yes, it's the robot one. I don't know if you want to share that real quick.
We've been wanting to make that for a while.
Yeah.
So it's just a quick little thing, bang, 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 flashing back and forth between a person at their computer and the screen, and they're trying to solve those CAPTCHAs to get websites unlocked.
Yeah, you have to like hit the button, or you have to like.
Prove you're not a robot.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
those,
And it
yeah,
starts
yeah.
off with like a really simple one, and he like
He fails
does it and he fails it, and then it's like a little bit more complicated, and he keeps failing it. And every time it intercuts, he's slowly turning more into a robot.
Just like cheesy tin
Yeah,
foil.
yeah.
Yeah.
And by the end, he's a full robot, and
Yeah.
it's just the worst CAPTCHA where it's like find the balloon and it's an empty sky.
I love that. And so that's another kind of thing where that one seems a little bit more fleshed out, but something that maybe is a little more vague, so we could all kind of work on it as a group. And maybe lastly would be just completely blank slate, where maybe we field a suggestion from the audience, kind of like improv, and then we just work from there. Maybe we can get like a line of dialogue, a location, and I don't know, a banana. But everyone has to be a banana.
Has to be a
All my
banana.
scenes. Yeah, if we don't work in a banana.
Is that
in
going to
some
be
way.
like the
Yeah.
overarching theme in all the sketches?
Yes.
There's gonna be
It's like
bananas?
who does the Tom Cruise action film movies?
Tom Cruise.
That is Tom Cruise. Yes.
Mr.
What-
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. Whoever directs those films, he always puts these flying doves. And all like at
Oh,
some
okay.
point in the
Michael Bay.
movie, there's some doves.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
not Michael Bay.
Okay.
No, it's not
is he
Michael Bay.
Different
he's
directors
the
for each
Asian
one.
director.
Has it?
Yeah.
Okay, then maybe that's just a theme that I've noticed, or I don't know. I've
Like an
heard
Asian
this.
director that does that a
The
lot.
doves I know
Yeah.
is
Fudge, I can't think. But I know exactly what it is.
Anyways,
he did
my
like Equilibrium. and
my
stuff.
Yeah.
bananas
yeah.
are going to be the doves.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at here.
Like it at Sketch Monkey.
Yeah. A monkey. God
Whoa,
damn it. Yeah.
for sketch. We got a monkey.
And then I was talking to Kevin a little bit because you took this workshop, and you took this workshop as
Mhm.
well. So how did that workshop go when you guys took it months back?
Yeah,
6 months back?
Been about
well,
6 months, I
to
think.
share any wisdom with you, we'd need $60 from
Yeah.
each of you.
I'm pretty sure that
This is like a
that cost
5-hour
way more than 60,
workshop.
right?
Oh no,
workshop?
yeah. How much was it?
It was expensive.
remember,
50 or
but yeah,
something.
it was something.
pretty-
Yeah.
Kind of up there.
You guys were stupid.
It was fun. I think it's a good way to do sketch with a big group of people,
Mhm.
because you're sort of building it from the ground up,
Yeah.
starting with an improv scene and then trying to find what was funny about that scene and turning it into a premise and then just building from there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's my idea of what could work on the show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, what are your thoughts? Is this something that you're going to want to film and have like very like polished and
Yeah, so let's talk about that.
Like the end results.
I
'cause
think
we're all
what we
improvisers,
do
so
is
don't do
we can
polish.
try to finish a sketch in an episode,
Mhm.
which means that they're all going to be relatively short and also maybe not fully fleshed out.
Right.
Maybe throughout filming the quote unquote filming of the sketch later on. Why would you quote unquote filming? I don't know. You either film or you don't film.
Yeah.
I'm glad
Somebody
you
somebody
pointed
calls
that
me out
out.
on
I'm
bullshit.
glad
Come on.
I was about to jump over it.
Yeah, I do.
Smack that goddamn mic out of your hand.
Cut those quotes.
I
Those
figured you just had a
quotes.
toy camera and we were all just here for fun.
Yeah. No, it's a real one.
Quote unquote.
Yeah,
film.
quote unquote.
Quote, unquote.
None of this
Film.
equipment is on.
No. I put blue LEDs in these
Yeah.
cameras.
Fisher Price.
But where was I getting at? That maybe we fill in those blanks by improvising some of that stuff. Kind of like Curb Your Enthusiasm, as far as I understand how that show is made, is they have a skeleton script and he improvises the rest of the lines and
That's a
the
little like
details.
how the McDonald's
Yeah.
workshop went too.
Okay.
It's like you don't need to, as long as you hit like
The beats. of
yeah,
where you
Yeah.
want to
A,
be.
B2, B3, you can usually work around it.
Sure.
So you don't really have to settle the lines.
It reminds me a little bit of how Wesley does stand-up.
Mhm.
If you want to explain a little bit how you do that.
Sure.
Did you say sure for him?
Oh, I said sure. Yeah. I really want to hear it.
Well, like the fourth time I've done stand-up, I just pace around my house, and I just like put flags where I want to be in the stand-up set. So it's like, okay, I got to start off.
Physical flags?
No, mental
Oh, okay.
flags. Mental
Like
flags.
on the ground in your
Yeah.
house.
It's like, oh, I got to talk about the fence shop, and then I gotta go to that lady's house that I sold the fences to.
Yeah.
And then I find her dead in a rocking chair, and the raccoons have taken over her house. And those are the beats I need to hit.
But there's no, you
How do you
haven't
get
figured
there?
out everything else. You just know you need to hit those beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
figure it out
Because
when you
it,
get
it
there.
makes it, because I can
Yeah, yeah.
improvise my way to the, as long as I get to the hills or whatever, the
Mhm.
flags, then it's usually fine.
I love it. And you always get a completely quiet room like this, like waiting for what the hell's gonna happen. Because yours is very story based, so it's a lot of fun to watch you do stand up.
Well, I think a fun thing to do in the show would be potentially to bring in a sketch and then have everybody read it, and then we could workshop it after. It's like, let's try just improvising through the beats and see if we can find the little
Little nuggets?
the little golden nuggets. In
Okay.
it, if maybe it just bombs or something, but
Mhm.
there's always a golden nugget to be found
Sure.
in a sketch.
That was the original name of the show, Golden Nugget.
Golden Nugget.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
a casino like right out of town.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
God damn it!
It's
Can't
so
do it. Copyright laws. I think those are all things that we should shoot for or try. We could talk about this afterward too, as far as like, hey, you know what, Phil? That was fucking stupid. We're not
Yeah.
doing that.
Yeah,
By Phil, I mean Wes, of course.
It's fine. We get confused a lot.
Yeah, you guys look
It's
the
the
same.
I mean, you
glasses.
answered
Yeah.
the question for him.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Wes and I perform a lot of
Yeah,
improv together.
You guys get
Phil and Wes
confused a
show.
lot. Let me see your
Anyway.
glasses. If you don't mind.
I have a theory that they Freaky Friday and they're just trying to pretend they didn't.
What?
So,
Phil, what are you doing over there now?
so to get back to your question, I think if we can find some time throughout the week, or if somebody wants to, or do this thing, we take that sketch, we film it, and at some point before the next episode we watch it, we can talk about it for a second, and then we can move on to the next sketch. I don't know if we'll have enough time to do those types of things in 50 minutes.
Try it.
Generally, the show will go from 6
Yeah.
to 6:50. And obviously the sketches won't be like
Very
well
long, yeah.
done. I shouldn't say not well done, but
Well,
just not very long.
be all
This
right.
is
And
gonna
then
be shit.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be shit.
Prepare yourself, Twitch.
I think it's okay that they're like just like rough sketches
it's
that
fu-
we
yeah.
film for fun and like actually put out content, because I think that's the biggest barrier, is that everybody has these ideas, these sketches in our head, and we
Yeah.
want it to look perfect, and we can spend all day recording it, weeks doing post-production, all those types of things. But I have more fun just kind of putting the stuff out, even if it's not necessarily half and half. We try our best with the time that we have.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
like part of the fun is the challenge of trying to come up with something within that time frame.
Yeah, kind of like those
Damn people
what- like-
watching us.
those 24-hour film festivals.
Oh, yeah,
same
yeah.
same idea. Maybe we could try
Oh, we
with
haven't
that
done
frame
it
of
yet.
mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should just pitch old Greg again.
What's that?
Old Greg, or not old Greg?
Old Manny.
Old man. No,
It's like Old
it was
Greg's
another
a
one.
thing
Old Greg's
already.
like
Oh no,
Mighty
unlucky
Boosh.
Greg. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Greg is a theme in a lot of
I hate
these.
to break it to you.
You didn't come up with it.
Damn it.
So where do we start now? We have, how much time we got left? We have 30 minutes for the rest of this episode before we
Spent
move
20
on
minutes.
to our second of 3 shows tonight.
Yeah.
But focusing on Sketch Monkey now, do we want to kind of like, I don't know, loosen up somehow?
We could run maybe like a little exercise that I've done in the past. We've done in the past where it's like we just write a sentence and then pass it to the next person. They yes and it, write another sentence. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that. I'm going to type it all out for you. Just tell
Okay,
me
yeah.
what to type.
Okay, good.
I think
'cause
that'll be
I'm
easier.
Horrific at
Yeah, you're just like one
Yeah.
finger pecking.
Yeah. You should see me at work because I have to like type names fast, and I don't know why people think I understand them. like when they speak so fast and close to the fucking receiver.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
obnoxious.
I did not know you worked, to be honest
yes.
with you.
Yeah, well, a lot to talk about on what is it? Improv Bagel.
We're all learning
I already
things.
forgot what it is.
Okay, so yeah, let's try this exercise. So where do we start, Phil, for this exercise?
Let's just start with a random, maybe do we usually do like a neutral sentence?
Yeah, like Bill woke up.
There you go. We'll start here and then we'll go out.
You never start there. It's the first thing they teach you.
Yeah.
All right, we'll
Never
do
start
that
with
there,
Bill.
and we'll do
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, we'll do the
zigzag.
yeah.
Are we
And
going clockwise or counterclockwise?
Let's go this way.
that way? Cool.
Oh, okay.
Little did he know the killer was inside the house.
Which was strange because the killer was his roommate.
You doing one?
I guess so.
Yes, and
Which was strange because the killer was his roommate. It was Bill, right, that we're worried about here.
Bill just woke
so
up.
yeah,
whatever
that's
you
what
want.
Bill, right?
Bill just woke up. He doesn't
Yeah.
know his killer
Yeah.
roommate's in the
Okay,
house.
okay. Bill.
He was alone.
It's not weird he's a killer.
Yeah.
It's weird that his
This is horror themed, and if you guys know anything about horror, it's always a two-story house. I don't know why, but it's almost always two-story.
just put us in.
So Bill Bill walks downstairs to make a sandwich.
Okay.
He opens the fridge and gasps in surprise at what he sees.
So much drama.
I'm tense.
Ryan, can you check end user for me?
he was surprised to find a cupcake with the words "Happy Birthday, Bro" written on it.
It wasn't Bill's birthday, so he didn't really know why it was there. Something strange was going on.
Did you get that?
Maybe like 3 or 4.
Yeah, just put commas.
What sentence?
He heard a thud in the upstairs bathroom.
Thank God we're all comedy writers.
But he really wanted to take a bite of that cupcake before he checked. What was up there?
That sentence gets
So he grabbed it.
He licked the tip cautiously. Is there a tip of a cupcake? I'm looking at you for answers
no.
here. Yeah.
It depends.
Is
It
a
tasted
mound
funny.
Or how did you?
He made his way upstairs, but found he was very unbalanced and had a strange, chalky taste in his mouth.
Bill licked his lips and said, "Oh boy, I'm not feeling too good," as he clenched the banister.
Good word.
Thank you. The only one I know.
The Bill's vision started to blur, and he tried to shake it off, but he ended up falling down backwards.
He awoke to see his butler standing over him.
Butler. I mean,
Is
yes,
this-
and
Yes.
There are no
And-
wrong questions. Or there's always two stairs. There's always a butler.
Is the
And they
butler
always
the
lick the
roommate?
tip.
That's the question at hand, right? Which one? Who
We'll
is
find
he?
out.
I think he has a roommate and a butler.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Imagine he didn't have insurance.
Yeah, why does he have a butler? Yeah, that's interesting. That is a butler and a roommate. Like he can't afford the rates, but he's unwilling
He turns
to
to the
comp-
butler and says, What are you doing out of the guest house?
There we go. We fixed it.
Now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Why, sir, he says with his best British accent. I won't type all that out. We don't have a name for his roommate yet, right?
Nope.
Um,
You can be the one to coin it.
Bonnie is making me do it.
Bonnie is.
Here, what was that sentence? Well, sir.
But Barney is making.
Oh, I thought
me
you said
do it.
Bonnie.
I did. but
He's
yeah.
English.
Ah.
Bonnie.
Okay. Yeah. Do you mind reading that sentence one more time?
Well, sir, Barney is making me do it.
Well,
Said
sir,
the
Barney
butler.
is. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Barney. Super. Okay, good.
Bill responded, I thought I told you, you don't work for Barney, you work for me. Now bring me my breakfast, you idiot.
Sorry, you're about
That's
to
it.
PewDiePie that.
Oh no, something about being live on camera.
It is that easy. Anyway, what was it? I'm sorry. Can you read that sentence one more time? Oh, you wrote it down.
Bill responded, I thought I told you, you don't work for Barney, you work for me. Now bring me my breakfast, you idiot.
Okay. Barney responded, "Yes, sir," as his face began to melt.
Wait, Barney was there the whole time?
Barney's the roommate? Oh, I thought. Wait, no. Who's the
No, no,
butler?
no, twist.
The
No.
butler doesn't have a name.
Butler doesn't have a name.
there's no
Oh,
name.
okay.
Now
Never
we have to
mind.
justify this though.
Erase that. Or yeah, if you want, you can justify.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Wait, what did you say?
Just erase that. We'll do it again. I thought Barney was the butler.
What if Barney was like around the corner?
As
Like,
just
what-
said.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we could have done that. Did you erase
It's
it, or
like
do we still have it?
There's backspace.
Okay, cool.
It's like a prestige situation
yeah.
where they're both
Yeah.
the butler and the roommate.
The butler said, "Yes, sir," as his face began to melt and his clothes fell off.
He gurgled out a few words before he collapsed into a puddle of slime.
And the
Wait,
butler still
I don't
unnamed.
have a butler. Bill said as he awoke on the kitchen floor,
There we go.
having fainted.
It's like a weird LSD trip.
Suddenly, Barney comes around the corner and says, "What are you doing on the floor?"
How are the boys gonna get out of this pickle?
Find out
next
next
week.
week.
Find out
On
next
sketch-
week.
On Bill and Barney.
Bill and Barney's excellent adventure.
And me,
Um,
the butler.
The unnamed butler.
Only
his
shows up
name's
whenever
Butler.
They hallucinate.
Yeah. Yes, we just threw that whole premise
Um,
under the bus.
So, what I want to say is what I don't think should be said, which is that he was drugged by Barney, right?
Because he tasted the cupcake.
Yeah, because it had a funky taste and because he was knocked out,
Mhm.
right? But I feel like that would just, that would be the end of the scene, and I don't know if that's the...
What I would honestly say is just put what you think would be next, because we can always, if we're going to edit this, we can always take that out or whatever.
Okay,
So, I wouldn't doubt yourself. Just yes and it.
okay.
Unless it contains, vulgar words.
Did you...
Yeah, like fuck. Suddenly Barney was fucking.
Listen here, N-word. Barney was black the whole time, guys.
They were both.
That was
they were
the
oh shit!
the
That's the
twist.
twist.
That's the twist.
It's all first person.
Yeah.
It's
Ah.
like, but
But no.
Get in.
Get in. Get in.
Get in. Did you put acid in my cupcake? My cup? Well, you didn't know.
It just said happy birthday on it.
Yeah.
and it wasn't.
And
his
it wasn't
birthday.
Yeah,
his
it is his
birthday.
birthday. Yeah.
He's
Well,
still
it was a
he's
happy
still
birthday
recovering
Bill,
from the
right?
high.
Here you go.
So who said that?
You did.
Bill says.
Oh.
Did you?
Don't you know it's rude to answer a question with another question? Responded Barney with a flirtatious gleam in his eye.
I don't remember what's happening. Yeah, it can happen. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you know?
You know.
Like,
You know how that works.
you know, yeah.
It's all right. It's a lot of red.
You got that
Really,
idea.
that's far off. It's fine. It's a T, not a C.
There's a lot of red.
Bill did his best to try and pick himself off the floor, only to have Barney grab him by the collar.
Surprise! Said Barney. I know that you were expecting a birthday party on your birthday, but this is a surprise anti-birthday, you know?
And I was never the killer. You dreamed the whole thing. Wink
Oh
into
yeah,
the
that's
camera.
right. We had that. We never addressed a killer. Yeah, we could.
It's
But
an
he wouldn't know.
That's true.
But then he winks in the camera.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's meta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we've just. Okay, yeah.
Yes, sir.
You're right because we never talked about
God
the
damn
killer
it.
in the house. Okay. Is that feels like a button? Yeah.
You want to button it there? Sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the whole thing back?
Sure. Bill woke up. Little did he know the killer was inside the house, which was strange because the killer was his roommate. Bill walks downstairs to make a sandwich. He opens up the fridge and gasps in surprise at what he sees. He was surprised to find a cupcake with the words "Happy Birthday, Bro" written on it. I forgot about the bro part.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't his birthday, so he doesn't know why it's there.
Change the tense.
Yeah. I mean,
Typing
you do-
fast,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
I feel like what's those people
Typing
in
fast,
court?
goddammit.
What are the
Stenographer.
Stenographer?
Yeah.
Not a
We need to get one
cartographer.
over.
They make maps.
Yeah, yeah. A choreographer.
I do. I feel like a cartographer trying to do a stenographer's job.
Photographer.
Yeah, yeah.
Photographers are terrible typers, yeah.
He heard a thud in the upstairs bathroom, but he really wanted to take a bite of that cupcake before he checked what was up there. He licked the tip. It tasted funny. He made his way upstairs, but found he was very unbalanced and had a strange chalky taste in his mouth. Bill licked his lips and said, "Oh boy, I'm not feeling well," as he clenched the banister.
Oh boy.
Who said that?
That was me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a 50s
That's what
cartoon.
we would call an edit. Uh-huh.
His vision blurred and he tried to shake it off, but he fell down backwards. He awoke to see his butler standing over him. He turns to the butler and says, "What are you doing out of the guest house?" I feel like it's more of like a
Address that
reprimand.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you doing out of the guest house? Well, sir. Well, sir.
That's he doesn't care that he's on the floor. He's just pissed that his butler's out of his room. You motherfucker.
Well, sir. Barney is making me do it. Barney is making me do it, I think is how it said the butler. Bill responded, "I thought I told you. You don't work for Barney, you work for me. Now bring me my breakfast, you idiot." The butler said, "Yes, sir," as his face began to melt and his clothes fell off. He gurgled out a few words before he collapsed into a puddle of slime. "Wait, I don't have a butler," as he awoke on the kitchen floor, having fainted. Suddenly, Barney comes around the corner and says, "What are you doing on the floor?" Bro,
Oh, yeah.
bro, I'll type that in.
Yeah. Thank you.
I feel like the butler should have a bloody butcher knife and it just not be mentioned. Like he's still reprimanding.
Wait, the butler's like in the background.
No. Only when the video's on screen and he's standing
Yeah.
over him.
I could put that in.
Yeah.
That is when he is in this room that in my head I envision as like a prisoner of war room,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like he's in a like empty warehouse with
Oh,
one
it's
chair.
Spooky.
Yeah. It gets creepy.
Hi, Jess.
Okay, so where do I put all these things? Maybe I'll finish reading first.
Yeah, do that first.
Because it's hard to do this and this.
yes.
What are you doing on the floor, bro? Bill says, "Did you put acid in my cupcake? Don't you know it's rude to answer a question with another question?" Responded Barney with a flirtatious gleam in his eye. Bill did his best to get up, only to have Barney grab him by the collar. I don't remember typing that, guys. I just am a
Really?
machine.
It's fine.
"Surprise!" said Barney. "I don't know what you. I know that you were expecting a birthday party on your birthday, but this is a surprise anti-birthday. You know. You know. And I was never the killer. You dreamed it. Dreamt?
Probably be drunk.
You dreamt.
Dreamed it.
You no.
dreamed
You
it.
dreamed the whole thing.
Dreamt.
You dreamt
Wink.
the whole thing.
Did you write wink or did I just like imagine?
I said wink.
He
at
said
the
wink.
camera.
Okay, yeah, wink. Oh, winks into camera.
Because how would he
Yeah.
know? if
Winks
he was the
into
killer
camera.
If he wasn't the killer the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a few things we could have done to tighten that story up.
Yeah. So do we tighten this up? Is that what we do? Let's do that.
Why? If you think. Hi, Jess. Doesn't even ignore.
Hi. Can you close the door? X Files is on tonight.
Ah.
It's the
You should
12th
just rip
season.
off an X.
Let's just talk. Yeah, this is X Files basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We
Melts
didn't
into a
know
puddle of
Wait,
that
you
slime.
mean
that was
new
the
X-Files
theme.
or an old?
It's true.
New one.
It
Very
kind of
new.
happened on accident. Okay, so
A
the
new
two
one.
things that I was
Oh,
going
like
to change.
reboot or something like that. What's up?
Butcher has a bloody, or I mean,
The Butler.
Butler
Has a bloody
butcher knife.
butcher knife. Butcher has a bloody butler knife.
Yes.
Butler knife.
That's a new warm-up exercise.
Yeah, it's a butter knife.
Butler
Which
has
is
a bloody
worse.
butcher knife.
To have bloody.
A
Yeah.
bloody
Bloody
butter
butter.
knife.
You just had to
That
try
is.
hard.
I don't know. Somehow that's scarier to have a bloody butter
Oh my
knife.
God, he's
Can you have a
spreading
bloody butter knife?
plasma.
He can have that. Yeah.
Okay,
sure,
he'll have that.
That's disturbing.
And then it's the setting is that he is in a empty warehouse with a chair, with a singular chair. Okay, I'll write that while you guys deliberate.
Sure.
Wow.
He's innocent.
He's innocent. Yeah. Not guilty. I don't
Wait,
know.
who's
what
in a
we-
warehouse?
That's
but-
where Bill wakes up the first time he passes out after tasting the cupcake, and
Yeah.
the butler's standing over him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it gets real dark, real
Yeah.
quick.
I think that we misinterpreted killer roommate. He
Mhm.
was just a really great roommate. He made him a cupcake
Yeah.
for his birthday
Oh, there
and
you
gave
go.
him drugs.
Yeah, exactly. He was a
There should
killer,
have been a
bro.
post-it note that said,
'Cause he-
"I have drugs, eat me." Like,
Like drugs inside.
yeah, a little warning sign.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you think bro meant?
That'd be the bro thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
another
yeah.
code?
That's my code for people. Like, yo, bro.
Oh, you want
I
some?
got some. Yeah, yeah. Got some MD fries. McDonald's fries. Do people call it MD? No, they call it McD's, right?
Mickey D's.
Mickey
Mickey
they call it
D's.
everything.
Sure.
I don't
No.
think anyone does anymore. They used to.
Yeah.
Mickey D's is still in, bro.
Sure.
Yeah.
Did you want acid?
Yes.
Code word.
Yeah, yeah. Who said bro?
What if?
Well, I feel like there's I don't know, like two directions we kind of went into, like the horror theme, and then we went into like silly, awesome butler bro or whatever.
Yeah.
So I guess it would. The first thing we should pick which way we're gonna go,
Okay, we're not doing a cross genre.
or we could. I mean,
I feel like
give me
you're.
a-
I feel like you're onto something though, in that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it'll simplify it for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think yeah, because if it's a horror, then we can just totally, we can the drug can be like something more sinister or something. I don't know. We can narrow it down a little bit. I don't know. What does everyone? What do people think? Wesley.
I just had I was looking over here thinking, and I was thinking of like what could the game be, the thing.
Yeah,
in
like what's the
this
premise
scene?
or what's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
joke that is?
And
Yeah.
I thought of one that it could be like his roommate always tries to do a nice thing for him, but it always ends up making something in that guy's life worse. Like
Yeah.
he misses an exam, or it's like, why would you do that? It's not my.
Yeah.
No
Or like-
one has ever gotten me a cupcake
Mhm.
before, like 8 months before my birthday, and
he
he's like
laced
trying
it
to be
with
nice.
hallucinogens.
He also laced it with drugs. He didn't
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you.
Yeah, because he really does like drugs, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
Maybe it
maybe
could-
it's
yeah,
just
he's
a-
like, I've
why
always
would
wanted
you
to try
give me
acid.
a cupcake with LSD? I thought it would be a nice thing to do. We did it that
Yeah.
one time.
You know, I have a finals like tonight at 7.
Yeah, so like I
Oh.
missed
Yeah.
my
Oh,
finals.
right.
2 days later.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah,
There you
yeah.
go. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I missed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bar exam.
Okay.
God damn it. I'll never be
That
able
could-
to
that
afford
could be
this
a
place
way
without
we
you.
go.
Some tension.
Yeah.
How do I write that?
Insert tension here.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's just one way we could take it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. Where do I do the rewriting part of it then?
So when he wakes up, it could have a time frame that's passed.
Okay, so does that mean I kind of erase some of this
I mean,
last
like
stuff?
we
or
can
just-
have that. It might be a separate page. I don't know, to just like jot these notes down, and then we would have to go back and kind of like put. Yeah, because I mean, with doing it like that, I think you'd have to go up to whatever sentence, erase, rework.
Yeah,
blah.
this
for
was
instance,
just kind of an
okay.
exercise
Oh, yeah,
to
yeah.
get some ideas
Yeah.
Okay.
going. So now
We can
that we
do
have
a
a kind of an idea,
brainstorm.
we could just do like, what are the beats?
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
that we
I like that.
fit
Let's
to kind of-
simplify it into like really simple
Yeah,
beats.
Yeah,
like don't worry about dialogue or anything
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now. Just
Whenever we first introduced the butler, my first thought before it changed was that, like,
Mhm.
oh, it'd be funny if the roommate was the butler,
Mm-hmm.
like pretending to be the butler, like
Ah.
really,
Yeah, yeah.
like a really
total
bad
twist.
costume.
Just same actor.
It's the same. Yeah, yeah.
Does he actually have a butler that lives in the back house, but the roommate keeps pretending to be the
Yeah.
butler?
It was like, what is that, like Three's Company or something like that, where
Yeah.
he just like constantly pretends to be somebody else. And he's like, oh, I'll go get the butler. I'll be right back. He comes back with like the shittiest mustache
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
yeah.
Hello, sir.
Well, the butler could just be a manifestation of the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's
Spirit
what
animal.
ended
But-
up.
Yeah, yeah.
But
His spirit
the
animal is a
could
butler.
it could keep
Yeah.
coming back, like
Yeah.
it's sort of like a narrator. I don't know.
Maybe
a
that's like his-
flashback, but it's like
Like his conscious or something.
Yeah,
Like his
yeah,
like
I don't know.
subconscious or something. It's
Right.
like, we can't do LSD on exam nights, sir. It's like, oh, what are you talking about?
get out of my head. What was in that cupcake? I don't know.
I sort of am picturing the bartender from The Shining. who
Yeah,
shows
that's
up
what I
in the
started
back
thinking of
door
too.
and says,
Yeah, yeah.
Desperate.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe the butler is his inner dialogue, inner monologue, inner dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
I don't know which one it is.
it's like his
That
But-
might be.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
He
her
gets
mo-
in it himself.
He has a butler inside his
A
head
butler in
Yeah,
his
yeah.
head,
that
and like
organizes his
in his
thoughts.
head he is this British butler,
Yeah.
but he is just this regular old American
so it's
dude.
him in a suit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. That could be. I'm thinking like
sounds-
Scrubs here, right? Where he's always has something going on.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He just
yeah.
has a monologue.
Here's the thing, though. Is
Yeah.
that a whole
Ooh.
other sketch idea?
Yeah, it is.
That's true. Yeah, yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
It is.
That's true. It could be
Fun.
that.
I like
It
it.
could still go through all the beats, but it's just like everything that would be written down here is he's saying all of that. So he's like, ooh, a cupcake. Let's lick the tip, or I don't know.
Ooh, sir, you fancy a good tip licking?
Yeah.
How about?
That's
How
the title
about
of
you,
the
yeah,
sketch.
yeah.
Fancy a good tip licking.
This is like the Dirty Hitchhiker's Guide.
Yes.
British overlord.
Exactly.
So which, what idea are we going
we
with?
got 3 minutes to wrap this up, guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We could always I guess, keep fleshing this one out and then come back to it next.
Sure. Yeah. I think this was a good, at least like.
It was a good attempt
It's
to
a
figure it out.
dry run
Yeah. It's our dry run.
of just the tip.
Just
Yeah,
the
there you
tip,
go.
dry dog in it,
Dry tips.
dry
dog in it.
tips.
Yeah. Q-tips. Yeah.
I think it was a good exercise for the first episode,
Yeah.
at least. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. What do you guys think about like moving forward? How this might work out, or what are you leaning towards? Or
Because we could always, I mean, since this was the first, we can always just like, if we feel like, because I feel like this one needs so much work with it.
I guess I meant the show in general,
Oh,
as
okay.
opposed to the sketch in particular.
I mean, I think it'd be cool, like, once we have an idea, a premise, then just sort of, like, act it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to figure out what's funny, what works.
Okay.
Just kind of do an improv scene based on that idea.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it would have to be like a shorter idea.
Yeah, so just on the idea
Um,
of, like, a roommate who goes way overboard in favors for
Yeah.
And we
his
just act
friend.
it out.
And
Okay.
then just kind of, like,
Mm-hmm.
Improv it out.
Yeah, maybe.
And then if anything's like particularly genius,
Yeah.
you could actually like polish it and film it.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Take it a step further.
I feel like you kind of like got to the point when you're like, what is the game of this? What is the fun
Yeah.
in this? So maybe that's what we do moving forward with this with Sketch Monkey, is that we just like find a game as quick as possible. I don't know how we would do that necessarily. We just kind of talk it out, maybe like this or some other way. But we find that game as quick as possible, and then we can improvise based off that game, or we could do these little short scenes and try to find some funnies
Good stuff.
out of that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll discuss more in the next episode of Sketch Monkey.
It
Yeah.
wasn't a banana.
That wasn't a banana. No, I didn't put. Oh, and there's a banana.
Yeah.
It was
no
a
banana people. Yeah. It was the banana all along.
banana flavored cupcake.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Scott is here, which
Super
means
high.
that we need to sign out.
Oh.
And stay tuned for Improv Bagel, which will come along here in 10 minutes or so.
10 minutes flat.
Flat.
Or so.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
watching.
Bye.